When I pull this thing out at lunch, people are like amazed, like, yo, what is that? And I'm like, oh, you never seen this before? It's a watermelon radish, you uncultured swine. You've never had this before? All right, quick review of Fairy Moore's watermelon radish. This thing is beautiful. Fairy Moore's actually says that it takes about 60 days to grow this puppy, but honestly, it only took me about maybe 50 days max. Honestly, about 45 days. I pretty much direct sow this thing right in here and I just let it ride. The thing with radish does not like a lot of heat. I got away with it because I have a lot of shade going around on both ends, and then I have shade cloths protecting it on both sides on this end. So it only gets direct heat from the top part from about 11 o'clock up to about maybe like 1, 2 o'clock max. But ever since that, it gets about a good 40% shade on both sides. That's just for me. Another tip that you can have for radishes is you have to make sure that whatever you're using, it has to be well draining soil. It cannot be compact and tight, and it has to make sure that the soil is practically like fairly moist, not soggy but moist. So yeah, man, I honestly like love this thing. It cuts open very nice. It looks like a watermelon. It has like a sweet tinge to it. I practically grow this thing like every month. And I like to grow this puppy in potting, in the pots. I do not like to put this in the ground because I have a rabbit problem, and the rabbits like to dig these things up because they're nice and crunchy and sweet, and they want a piece of it also. So I don't like to grow it in my raised beds. I prefer to grow it up here and nothing else touches it. So without ado, let's grab this puppy. It's fairly nice. Very good. The one thing people forget is that not only the bottom part you can eat, but also the leaves. The leaves are very, very high nutrition in vitamin A and C. You could saute this thing, cut it up and saute it, or actually eat it into like a salad. I prefer to actually saute it because it is kind of crunchy on this end too. So yeah, and the funky thing also is if to the untrained eye, the leaves on a radish looks like the leaves on an arugula. You see that? This is an arugula. If you didn't know what this was, you would have thought this was a radish also. I grew it next to it. So the reason why I like this particular breed of radish more than anything, because it has like a sweeter tinge to it. And honestly, it looks amazing. When I pull this thing out at lunch, people are like amazed, like, yo, what is that? And I'm like, oh, you never seen this before? It's a watermelon radish, you uncultured swine. You've never had this before? It's very good. The only thing is this takes actually longer to grow than your traditional radishes. Radishes tend to take about 30 days, but this puppy takes about 60, double the time generally. I think Fairy Moore's is saying 60 to be like more conservative, but honestly, it only takes about 45 days for me. But yeah, but yes, so let's cut this puppy open and let's see what it tastes like. Oh yes, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Get in the utility sink. Let's wash her off. She's nice and pretty. Oh yes. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Whew. Nice little bird guy. And as you can see with the radishes, she doesn't have a whole bunch of roots. She just have one main artery that it uses, a couple of veins off that artery. So it's fairly easy to pop open. If you leave these things in the dirt for too long, more than the recommended thing of 60 days, this will turn into like a hard wood, which you don't want. So a good 45 days to 60 days max is what you want your watermelon radish staying into the ground. All right, let's get to business. Just cut this puppy. Just cut off the actual tail. And what we'll do, I'll cut it right in the middle of the heart of it so that you can see it for yourself. Look at that. She's so pretty. Beautiful, delicious watermelon radish. It smells so good. There's a nice like sweet tinge, just like that, just raw by itself. This thing is gorgeous. You would have never known, huh? Not your basic radish. And there you have it, nice and pink on the inside. She is sweet and spicy. Oh yeah, she's spicy now, brother. You got to treat her right. In order for her to give you your best, you got to treat her right, man. I'm gonna add her to my salad mix, my meal prep for tomorrow, so I can stay nice and strong. This is from the garden also. And I have some carrots also. You can see I pulled from the garden too. You won't find this at Walmart. And apples. This I actually got from Publix. I wish that we can grow apples here in South Florida, but our temperature is way too tropical. And pro tip, watermelon radish is mildly sweet and spicy. If you do not want the spicy part, it lives right here on the white. So just remove the white part and you can just have like the mildly sweet part of the watermelon radish. But it's actually best by itself, like how it is completely. I prefer it like this. Also, these are best when you cut them thin, nice and thin like a chip. They taste even better like that. So that's just a quick pro tip if you're gonna put it into your salad. Don't just cut it like one big lump and just like try to munch on it like an apple. Like, it's not gonna be fairly pleasant unless you're into that type of stuff. But pro tip. Catch you.